Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Games with Grandpa. My name is Chris. Today we're continuing our journey into Starfield's shattered space. But before we get into all that, just in case you're new here, take a moment to hit the subscribe and ring that notification bell to receive my latest upload alerts.
Hold very still and choose your words carefully. They will determine how long you live.
Please, we are not a threat. We are trying to help.
You have no right to be here. You will tell me how you found this place.
I found your wayward star station, the Oracle. This was an accident. I was just responding to a distress call. Where am I?
But it was lost. All communication ceased. There was no sign of it.
Something clearly went wrong. I'm afraid there were no survivors. I've never seen a station with a grav drive installed.
It was deemed necessary at the time. We will reevaluate that decision in light of what has happened. Forrest, I think we need not fear our guest. Perhaps, in this time of need, the Great Serpent has delivered us a gift.
Counselor, with due respect, we have not had unannounced visitors here in generations. It is a clear breach of security.
I do not disagree, and I know that security, in whatever small form we can grasp it, is of paramount importance. But you must acknowledge the timing is curious. And perhaps our guest's intent should be determined before we take further action.
Your station brought me here. It jumped while my ship was docked. This was an accident. We talked about that. I don't just want to...
We received the automated transmission, but you are certainly not who we expected to find.
Great Serpent,
It's happening again.
hear me.
Speaker, we are here!
We have reached out to you to seek guidance in our hour of need. The gate in the Citadel has been opened just to seek you.
What horror is this?
Have I failed you? What is this place? Where am I? Why do you not show yourself? I strive only to follow your command. All must serve. Please, do not leave me in darkness. I seek only your wisdom, your guidance. Great Serpent, your children cry out to you. Will you not answer us?
Our leader, Anasko Varun, he has appeared like this over and over. So many of our people have been trapped in this state, these vortex phantoms. But usually they are hostile and lash out. Anasko is different. If only we could hear his voice, some reassurance that all is not lost.
He sounds plenty lost himself. What is going on here? Who was that?
You could hear him. Despite the sightings, none have heard the word from Anasko in all this time, yet you claim to. Do not toy with me. Not about this. If you speak truth, you must prove it. What did he say?
Almost served. Something about a gate in a citadel. And seeking the Great Serpent. He's trying to contact the Great Serpent, but something is wrong. He sounds lost.
By the serpent.
I heard nothing. He said that?
It is no joke. The experiment was a secret, even to many of our own people. Truly, you did hear Anasko. You have been chosen.
Uh-oh.
People of House Varun, hear me. We have asked the Great Serpent for deliverance from our calamity, and he has answered us. This outsider has been chosen as the most unlikely vessel for the Great Serpent's divine provenance, and he will help save us all. Outsider, please. There is no denying you have been sent here as a sign. You must help us.
Okay.
But there are precepts that must be followed, principles that must be obeyed. Even in these dire circumstances, we cannot turn from Jinan Varun's teachings. You will be granted safe passage through Dazra and the lands beyond. No harm will come to you. On that, you have my word. You even have my assurance that your compatriot here will also remain unharmed. But to truly aid us, you must become part of House Varun. This is not a thing done lightly, and it cannot be taken back. Will you commit to helping us by becoming one of the promised?
All right, just tell me where to begin. I'm not agreeing to anything right now. Could never join House Varun. What do you mean, the promised? Your people are always trying to kill me. Why would I help you?
We, the people of House Varun, are the promised. The Great Serpent has blessed us with knowledge of the future and our place in it. Our service to him guarantees us a place in the new worlds he will create when he returns to enshroud the universe. A greater gift could not be bestowed upon you. The Serpent has brought us all here together for a reason. We cannot, must not, fight what is ordained. I understand that this is a great deal to absorb. Please take a moment to think it over. But House Varun cannot wait forever.
Okay.
Hello. Very good.
I was hoping she might have something to say, but nope. All right, back to this
I
guy.
remain hopeful that the Serpent... Will you join House... Excellent. Please, come with me. Forgive me for not introducing myself. I am Malibor Dulkev, a member of the High Council of House Varun. I have been asked to represent the Council in this moment. Please, enter our city. You have my word that you will not be harmed. I would ask that until you have become promised, you avoid the citizens of Dazra. They are not used to outsiders. Open the gate! I must temper what I reveal for now, but surely you saw the scaled citadel as you arrived. It was the center of an explosion of sorts that has annihilated most of our city. We have lost many of our brothers and sisters. I believe we are still in danger.
Counselor, what is the meaning of this?
Is there a problem, Makula?
The city is in shambles, the speaker is missing, and here you are leading some outsider through our sacred space? Why allow this husk to defile our city? Have we not lost enough?
Have faith. I believe this outsider was guided here by the Great Serpent himself. And soon, Serpent willing, they will be one of us. But I can be sure and pass your concerns on to the rest of the High Council, if you wish. I apologize for the interruption. There is a ritual intended for converts to the Promised that has not been performed in generations. We are fortunate that there are those still alive who remember the old ways and have remained prepared for such a moment as this.
Lots of red.
Herald Dinaza, I suspected we might find you here waiting.
I saw the ship landing. I knew immediately that I would be needed.
Indeed you are. This is Inaza Kaisir, Herald of the Serpent. She will guide you through the ritual. I am needed elsewhere, but I assure you that you are in good hands.
Awesome. Okay. Hello.
So, the Great Serpent sends you to me. No husk that walk the Serpent's path. To enter the sacred cave, there is no turning back. You will be forever changed. This is a path you must walk of your own free will, alone. Will you step forward and emerge anointed, one of the promised?
Sure.
Those born to House Faroon spend every day surrounded by our history. The rituals that separate us from the husks happen naturally over time. You have not experienced that. Those who have not answered the Serpent's call cannot coexist with House Faroon. And so, if you are to aid us in our time of need, you must become one of the promised.
Don't really have much choice. Why did you call me a husk?
You have not been filled with purpose by the Great Serpent, so you are merely a husk. But perhaps not for long.
Okay.
Then enter, and I shall guide you along the Serpent's path. But this is a journey you must undertake alone. Your escort cannot follow.
This is a profound step for you. Do not worry. You have nothing to fear.
Nothing to fear. We'll see, huh?
You must walk the path. I am merely here to guide you along your way. Before House Faroon, there were humans. First on Earth, then scattered among the stars. One particular colony ship housed several hundred of these souls. And like all humans, they were lost souls, wandering in the dark, looking for a path. They were each alone and isolated, individual tiny flames that could be snuffed out at a moment's notice.
Blow out a candle, optional. Okay.
But Jinang Varun encountered the Great Serpent and was given the gift of knowledge. He shared his knowledge with those around him and lit the way for them. They followed his guidance and his light, and they cast aside the burdens of their former lives. And thus, House Varun was born. Now you too have the chance to cast aside your burdens, to relieve yourself of anything that holds you back.
Cast aside your burdens. What are my burdens? Okay, so I just threw some belongings in there, I guess. All right. That's optional, but I don't know if it gives you anything better. So.
The people's hopes and fears and dreams were entrusted to the Great Serpent. They made the leap of faith that brought House Faroon to greatness. You may now follow in their footsteps and take that same leap. Embrace the Great Serpent, and he will embrace you.
Make a leap of faith. That was my leap of faith. You gotta stay on this path, I guess. Oh, maybe it's an arrow showing me where to go. Okay.
The people of House Faroon settled this world, at first in these very caves. Shinan Faroon himself slept among them in these shelters. It was here that he spread the word of the serpent, and it was here that the people of House Faroon first understood the truth of the shrouding, the great serpent's return. It was here that the people of House Faroon first understood the truth of their place in the universe. He will encircle the universe he created, and all those who do not follow will be cast into shadow. And the people weighed this knowledge against their former lives, and saw how they had been blessed despite the difficult new life that awaited them. You too would do well to feel that solace amidst the pain.
Contemplate the shrouding. Meditating in poison water. Wonder if I'm gonna die. Okay. Can I get up now, please? I didn't know if I was gonna...
Until that day comes, we are the voice and the hands of the Great Serpent. Our every act a sacrifice to hasten his return. Make now a sacrifice to prove your devotion. And remember, whether in life or in death, all must serve.
Sacrifice the Groot. I am Groot. Groot. Do I just kill it? Poor little guy.
Let us begin the final ritual. While none since Jinan Varun have stood before the Great Serpent, we can all feel his presence. To solidify this bond, you are presented with a simple choice. Before you on this dais are several items. They represent different aspects of House Varun's connection to the Great Serpent. Pick the two that call to you. Place them on the altars. Offerings to the Great Serpent that he may fill you with his spirit and make you promise.
We have devotion, obedience, strength, and perseverance. So I'm gonna say strength and perseverance. Play strength E.
And so you arise, one of the promised of House Varun.
I exist only to serve the Great Serpent. I just want to help. I'll do what I need to, even if I don't believe in it. I feel the same as I did before.
It is wise to think before speaking. Through strength and perseverance, House Varun will triumph over all that stands in its way. I grant you the title of Vindicator. All will know you. All will trust you. Above us, in the grand ship morning, jewel of the Varun fleet, the High Council awaits your arrival. Serve them. Serve the Great Serpent. All must serve.
Okay, we gotta talk to the other person now. Where do we go? Okay, is this a ship or something? Oh, we got loot. Got loot. Take the credits. We already got one of those warrior weapons. Let me take a look at this. Alright, I'm gonna leave that. We got some zero wire on the floor there. Elevator? Choose a floor. Are we on a ship? Confused. Looks like we're on a ship.
Welcome, Vindicator. You stand before what remains of the High Council, advisors to Anasko Varun. We are all that is left after the disaster that has befallen our people. I represent House Dulkef. Jamal is from House Kadik, and we are joined by Lovek of House Vital. We are, all of us, hopeful that your arrival in Dazra and your clear connection to Anasko Varun, for the first time in weeks, represent some semblance of hope. Collectively, we unite under the banner of House Varun, pledged to follow Jinan Varun and his descendants.
Okay.
But our society is not a monolith. Jinan, in his wisdom, shepherded the first of us into families that we might grow and prosper. Our 3 families have for generations now helped to govern the people of House Varun, and offer counsel to our leader. I understand. Until you were one of us, we could not trust you.
By all means, Malabor. I can't wait to see how you spend this.
Please, can we just for a moment...
Can we just for a moment what? Discuss whether or not to allow the first convert to House Varun since before any of us were born? A bit late on that, it seems.
You were not there. You did not see Anasko. It felt different. We have already wasted so much time...
You're correct. I was not there. Because you elected to travel to the spaceport on your own. And then decided this on your own.
Do not waste time with more bickering. Anasco, and by extension House Varun, suffers with every passing moment.
Of course, Lovek. My apologies. Please, Malibor. Do go on.
Yes, do.
Anasco Varun, like his father before him, has relied on the teachings of Jinan to guide us. Anasco wondered if perhaps it was time to seek guidance directly from the Great Serpent, and so sought a means of reaching out.
Perhaps he found the teachings inadequate.
Careful, Kadik. You tread on dangerous ground.
I mean nothing by it. We simply were never consulted on the matter and do not know the full motive.
The point is that a series of experiments have taken place over the years, utilizing grav drive technology to hopefully make direct contact with the Great Serpent, similar to Jinan Varun's initial meeting.
And then something went wrong.
We do not know what happened. We were not inside the Scaled Citadel at the time.
Had we been, we wouldn't be standing here now. We'd be like the rest of them.
A great tide of energy emanated from the Scaled Citadel and swept across Dazra. Much was destroyed in its wake. Those caught in the blast have been left in a state of confusion, trapped halfway between our universe and the Vortex. The Citadel itself remains in such a state. Right there and yet beyond our reach. We can only assume that the experiment is still running, somehow preventing us from entering the Citadel. We cannot get in, so we cannot stop it. We're beginning to lose hope before you arrived.
Tell me how I fit into this. The Vortex, what is that? How long ago did this happen?
Forgive me, I am no scientist. But as it has been explained to me, what we call the Vortex is the space between universes.
Tell me, how do I fit into all
Your
this?
arrival and your interaction with Anasco shows that he can still be saved. A plan had been devised to access the Citadel, but the work stalled. Clearly, it is time to move forward with it. The current head of our science team, Ekris, should be in Jinan Plaza down below us, towards the Citadel. Tell him about your experience with Anasco, and that work on the morning device must proceed.
Let us continue here. See if there's
Yes.
anything in here.
You would speak with me?
Do I have another floor now?
Do you know the scientists out at Hamadi Station?
The old married couple? Azad and Shireen, if I remember right. I've met them a few times. They seemed a little eccentric, but were otherwise quite nice.
That's them, yes. They're apparently looking for some help with their research. They made some kind of discovery that has them troubled.
Good luck finding help at a time like this.
Indeed. Yet the Serpent provides for the faithful, so who knows?
Nothing is truly impossible.
It must be a quest line. So, yeah. Just picked up a new mission. Go talk to this person here.
Disgusting.
Do not agitate
You
the
should be
locals.
hanging your head in
Many have
shame.
already lost
But instead,
everything.
here you are.
No further troubles.
Act
What? What do you want? Seems your outburst has attracted some outside attention, brother. If it was an audience you wanted, who you have it?
Please accept my apologies. I caught my brother attempting to do something unspeakable, and I could not contain my anger.
Oh yes, go on. Invite a total stranger into our family squabbles.
This is no squabble, you pompous fool. What you have done today is abhorrent. I can forgive stealing my money or pawning my valuables. What I cannot abide, however, is you attempting to some mother's urn with her remains still within.
I have done many things I am not proud of, but I have never stooped as low as that.
I'm glad you understand.
The outsider may somehow understand you, but I do not. I am tired of your shamelessness, and I am done bearing what should be your indignity. Do you hear me? I am done. You have gone too far this time, Amila, and I cannot bear the humiliation of being your brother any longer. I challenge you to a duel.
Oh, great.
Danica shall be my second.
What? Are you mad?
Borhal, are you sure? There is already so much death in the city. What good would this do? There has to be another way.
Too late, Danica. He has issued his challenge. I accept. I, in fact, look forward to it. You shall be my second.
What does that mean?
No. I believe we have just passed the point of no return.
Oh, jeez.
I would not have proposed the duel unless I were fully committed to it. I am well past the point of compromising.
Great.
Our job is to make preparations and ensure fairness on both sides. We shall have different duties between the two of us, but our aim is to prepare the site of the duel, weapons, ceremonies, and discourage any ambushes.
Then it is settled. Outsider, you will work alongside Danica to prepare for the duel. As for you, Amila, enjoy these last few moments, for when we next meet, your shameful life ends.
Do not sound so confident, brother.
Their family home is this way.
I cannot
It is not
wait to
far.
be rid of it.
We can discuss the matters there. You will be working with me. As seconds, it is our duty to prepare for the duel.
I guess we're
and
doing
ensure
this.
fairness. I am sorry that you have found yourself in this situation. But know that you are doing a meaningful...
I will come back to that. I'm going to stay on the main part here. Got distracted. Alright, what's this guy?
Well, look who it is. You have made quite a stir, and given the state of things, that is a singular accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor? Vindicator? Did he now? How magnanimous. But approval is approval, and I will gladly take it. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the Scaled Citadel. Until we can get through it, we cannot shut down the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible to get through. We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the barrier, but the project came to a halt. Politics got in the way.
This seems like the one time to set politics aside.
Every one of the houses needs to contribute, and every one realized they could potentially use it for leverage. What should have been a cooperative effort turned contentious. Easy decisions became negotiations. And so, construction never began. We have sat here, staring at this disaster as supplies pile up for well over a week now. Serpent help us, it is infuriating.
Okay, no use complaining about the past. Time to move forward. I've been here 10 minutes and the council is already annoying. You should be grateful that I'm here and that you can continue your work. Why do you need the council's approval? Let's just move forward.
Indeed. All must serve. I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work. If you're here, the council has likely sent word to the houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may speed up the process. The first convert in generations. The only one to have heard from the Speaker since the disaster? Oh, I think they will listen. House Vetol owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device.
Gotcha.
House Kadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her. And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the Speaker, and for House Varun. And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Astrophysics, it certainly has the potential to redefine what we know about the universe. Fascinating. I'm going to use astrophysics.
Yes, exactly. I am glad I am not the only one who can see that. Does nothing to make the loss any easier, but still. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of vortex energy. Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties. While they have no use in the development of the morning device, if you find yourself out in the field, I believe they could have more practical applications.
It's the new grenades, right? Demolitions, you had me at explosive mixture. I'll take anything. Give me an edge. Unproven technology against enemies from outside our universe. Sounds like a great plan. I'm not interested. I can handle myself just fine. No, I'm going to take whatever.
The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials.
Gotcha.
And depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable. I hope you can use that to your advantage. Yes, depending on how much trouble you're getting into. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Fascinating isn't the word I would use to describe it.
I know. I have lost friends and colleagues myself. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of vortex energy. Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not...
We've heard this.
These
All right,
horrors...
I'm gonna get out of here.
We have managed to collect it. Well, they have no use.
All right. Now let's see. He gave me an item. This thing here. Poison Warriors Varun Schemaz. It's a melee weapon. A new melee weapon. And it's purple. Okay, Berserker, Poison. Interesting. Hopefully melee's a higher choice this time around. So we will see. And for that, I'm going to leave it there. We got to get the houses aligned. We'll continue that part of it soon. But so far, Really impressive work. Really looking nice. So, thanks again. Talk to you soon. Bye.